Previously on the F1 Road to Glory.
Right, I've really got to get on the brakes with this.
Brake at 60, remember to brake at 60.
Cock!
You know, sometimes in Formula 1, you need some luck, and luck is what we got last time out, and we bagged another insane podium, and we actually recreated the top two steps that we did at Monaco, Verstappen and Sainz, which happened to also be the top two podium for the last actual in real life race weekend. So it's all coming together. The master plan for Ferrari, it's coming in the game and in real life. But this road is a long one, and yes, we may have got a speed boost essentially at Austria, but we carry on then, and here we are straight into the qualifying action for the British Grand Prix, round number 8. Welcome back to the F1 Road to Glory series for 2021, and this team and this Ferrari is on the up in real life and in the game. We're feeling good. It was a very good race. We held off Sergio Perez in the Red Bull quite nicely, and I think we can actually do quite well around here. Now, we're not too great in the first or second sector. The AI very strong on this game as well, but in the last sector, the car coming alive a little bit in the last few corners, able to rotate the car very nicely with some extra downforce for this weekend, coming in on through the last bend across the line, and it's a not too bad P7 position, which obviously you guys know is my little lucky number, so hopefully we can do quite well. It wasn't such a great time for Leclerc. I think what's happened here is he's still driving the 2020 Ferrari. Someone's uninstalled his mod on his side of the garage, and he's got the 2020 car. I've got the new 2021 mod car. I don't actually know what's gone on there with him. I actually have no explanation, so there we are. I'm hoping he can climb up the order in the race. He has very much been lagging behind in this series. It's been kind of the opposite of real life, where, you know, I've been the one leading the team as Sainz here. As why is my Siri gone off?
Sorry, I missed that. Could you say it again, please?
Yeah, mate, unless you know a way of making Ferrari world champions, can you shut up whilst I'm recording a video?
I seem to be having trouble hearing you. Sorry about that.
I said, if you don't have an answer to making Ferrari the best... And it shut up. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, Siri, you're a dick. Okay, moving on then. I just want to preface that I didn't actually plan that as a joke in this commentary. I just ran with it as I saw my Siri go off. Anyway, moving on then with the rest of this episode. It's a good day for us. We're right behind Lando Norris and Fernando Alonso, who's doing much better, I might add, in this series than in real life. But of course, it is a game. We've had many podiums so far, so I guess you guys are not really watching this series for out and out realism. And to add to the lack of realism, it's not raining in this episode, and it hasn't done for many episodes in this series. Last time in the Williams car when we did the Road to Glory, I couldn't get rid of the rain. This time, I don't know what's going on. It's like the Sahara Desert out here. I'm not complaining, because it's a good thing for us, but I'm very baffled. Very baffled. But we move on. From here, P7, we're obviously looking for some high points. Hopefully, maybe a top 5 position with a one-stop. Not too much to do on the strategy. It's going to be about the pure pace of the car and these initial few laps. So here we go then to 5 red lights to the British Grand Prix. And we're underway. It's actually a really great start for Alonso as he gets pinched in with Lando and also Hamilton. That's nearly 3 wide into turn 1 as Lando's on the outside. Fernando gets squeezed out on the inside, and we make the switch from left to right and undercut Alonso into P6 again, and we're able to squeeze him out. Looking behind us, and we squeeze him out so much so that I think Yuki Tsunoda is looking at him, but we're up into P6. Norris up into P5 then, and Hamilton's had a bit of a shocker. He wasn't too great in qualifying, and that was a poor start from him as his teammate Valtteri Bottas leads the way. Then you've got Verstappen and Sergio Perez. So at the moment, Verstappen, the championship leader, in a really good position, 2 points ahead, 2 positions ahead of Hamilton, I should say. And obviously both Mercs DNF last time, so they need a good race. But especially Hamilton, he's the one in the championship fight with Verstappen, and he lost a fair amount of points last time out. So he's going to be kicking himself at the moment, being behind both Red Bull cars, let alone his teammate Bottas into P1. And more so, I'm actually just surprised Bottas is going in this race. Actually finally got that tyre off from Monaco. Obviously, if you guys have been following along with this series, we're in a big midfield fight with the team right ahead of us, McLaren, also Alpine and Aston Martin. So far, we're leading the midfield pack in P3. We had a really great race last time time, and we're helped out obviously massively by the two Mercs DNFing, so we want to try and continue with that. But at the moment, Norris will be outscoring us. Not too sure where Ricciardo and Leclerc are. Both our respective teammates actually really underperformed in qualifying. Well, maybe not Ricciardo, but definitely Leclerc there. So I'm hoping that Charles can maybe pick up the pace a little bit and get into the points. But right now, we're just looking to try and stick with Norris. You can see I'm really fiddling around with the fuel mixture and trying to be wary as I can with the ERS on the bottom right. But it's difficult, you know, when your engine just seems to leak electricity more than James May's Italian car in that old Top Gear challenge.
But James, let's cut to the chase.
It's an electrical problem. The Italians invented electricity, as we know.
Yes, James had run out of electricity again.
Oh wow, those clips just seem too familiar. And you can see the engine is still very prone to overheating. I mean, we look how far we are away from Norris's rear end, and the engine is yellow. Like, I hate to think what it would be like if we stuck with him underneath his rear wing for just one lap. I mean, it's a bit ridiculous, and at this point, the team are going to need to sort it out. I don't think there's any way we can actually achieve any sort of glory if the engine's overheating this badly. About, what, 5 car lengths away? I mean, that's, you may as well have a car in between us at that point. But anyway, getting back to the race at hand and away from the many foibles of this car, we're now looking at the back of Norris on lap number 5. So laps have gone by already nearly halfway through this race, and Norris is looking a bit susceptible here. Maybe facing some tyre wear, even with DRS, and he goes defensive. We go for the big dive around the outside, and we're going to go side by side for the last 2 corners. We're going to squeeze Norris out into the final one, up into P5, up ahead. Hamilton is overtaking Perez then to try and chase after Verstappen, but Lando, look at the speed of the McLaren in straight line. He comes back and it's through turns 1. It's so close. It's great wheel-to-wheel racing, and Lando's taken us out. What happened to the Brotherhood off circuit? He's just taken us out. We gave him all the room in the world. He got a great launch, to be fair, showing that we're still pretty slow in a straight line into turns 1 side by side, and then into Village and what is that camera angle? What? Did the Monaco TV director follow us here to Silverstone? What was that? We should have cut away to the next camera to see what happened, and we saw nothing. Absolutely fantastic. Really nice to see we hired the same guy from Monaco. Don't know why. Here's the onboard then, and I mean, from his onboard, not too much happened there, but I feel like he did move left into us. You can see, here's the chase cam view. Now, we're fully to left. We don't move our line, and he moves left into us. And, well, the right rear tyres come off like a bottle cap, so it says a lot about the build quality of us back in Maranello. But the biggest story here is I can't believe this. The TV direction has been infected in the game from real life. What was that? I want to add, it was also the worst camera angle ever, going into turn 1 as well. But that is it. That is our race over in a flash. It was going so well, and in the end of it, it's a big old DNF for us. Max Verstappen ends up winning this Grand Prix then from Hamilton, who does go and chase after and overtake his teammate, and obviously subsequently Verstappen overtook Bottas there, no shock horror. So it's the 1 and 2 for the 1 and 2 in the championship, but Verstappen will extend his lead. In the end, Leclerc got up into P10, so that's at least something, but Norris in P5 then, and Ricciardo climbing up to P7, with the 2 Astons also getting in on the action with Fernando Alonso. So it means in the championship then, we remain in P6, ahead of the likes of Vettel, Norris, Ricciardo, still chasing after Alonso after that insanely booky start he had to this season. We can see Verstappen taking a nice cushion lead in the standings. Constructors-wise, not a great day in the office. 1 point to our name, which means McLaren re-overtake us for P3. We just can't catch a momentum break. You know, we had this before. We had this going into, you know, off the back of France. We lost the P3. We gained it back after Austria, and then straight away the next race, like a yo-yo effect, we're back down to P4 again. And obviously the likes of Aston and Alpine have been able to close up, and it's, you know, as I said, a very close fight. 77 points down to 62, and so the midfield fight burns on to the next one. But what a sad week then for TV direction in real life and and virtual. If you guys still somehow managed to enjoy the video without actually seeing the action, then hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're new around here, then do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. Last few Road to Glories, we've been doing a charity fund for the car. Maybe we actually now need to do one for better TV directors, you know, maybe for 50p a person per week, we could fund a better TV director virtually, and I could send them out to Monaco next year, because it looks like they might need them. But I'll catch you guys next time. Goodbye.